Have you ever wondered what it's really like inside one of Florida's most exclusive communities? Well, today we're going behind the gates of Isleworth in Windermere. We're going to explore the promise, the price, and the reality of living in a neighborhood built on one single idea: pure tranquility. Let's get into it. So, what's the core identity of a place like Isleworth? I mean, what's the one thing that really defines life here more than anything else? Turns out, the answer is pretty simple. It all comes down to that one word: tranquility. This quote really gets to the heart of Isleworth's promise. It's a place that was literally engineered from the ground up for a serene, calm, and quiet life. And look, this isn't just some marketing slogan they put on a brochure. It's a measurable fact. On a scale of 1 to 10 for quiet, Isleworth scores a perfect 10. That's not just good, that's the entire reason the community was designed this way. So how do you actually engineer perfect quiet? Well, you start with the buildings themselves. Isleworth is made up of 100% large, single-family homes, mostly built around 1990. You won't find any apartments or townhomes here, and that's not an accident. It's a very deliberate choice to maximize space, privacy, and, you guessed it, quiet. Of course, this kind of manufactured peace and quiet, well, it comes with a pretty serious price tag. So let's talk numbers. What does it actually cost to buy into the Isleworth lifestyle? And there it is. The median asking price is a jaw-dropping $3.75 million. I mean, that figure alone puts Isleworth in a whole other stratosphere in the region's real estate market. But to really wrap your head around that price, you need some context. That median home price? It's over 10 times, a staggering 1,069% more than the average for the rest of the Orlando metro area. So this isn't just another luxury neighborhood. It's playing in a completely different financial league. Now, you might think a market this expensive would be crazy hot one way or the other, but the data shows it's actually neutral. That just means there's a pretty good balance between the number of homes for sale and the number of people looking to buy. Neither side really has a huge advantage. This little table shows us what a neutral market really looks like at this level. Check this out. Homes here take a median of 175 days to sell. That's almost 6 months, way slower than average. And then there's this key stat: 86% of homes sell for below the asking price. So what's the takeaway for a buyer? It's pretty clear. If you have the money, you also need patience. This is a market where you can and probably should negotiate. Okay, so we get the tranquil vibe and the sky-high cost, but what's it actually like to live here day to day? Let's dig into the practical side of life in Isleworth. Wow, this chart really says it all in just 3 bars. Car friendliness, a super high 8.7 out of 10. Walkability, a dismal 1.9. And public transit, a flat 0. The message could not be clearer. Life in Isleworth is built around the automobile. And that's not just an impression, it's a hard fact. Driving isn't just an option here, it's a requirement for pretty much everything. With 82% of residents driving to work, this community is way more car-dependent than even the Orlando average. So you can forget about walking or biking to run your errands. That's just not what this place is about. And here's the crucial why behind that car dependency. It was a choice. There are no schools, no grocery stores, no major shops located inside the gates of Isleworth. And that's a key part of the deal here. To maintain that perfect tranquility, you have to drive outside the community for all of your essential services. So, who are the people who choose this very specific lifestyle? Let's take a quick look at the roughly 600 residents who call this place home. Well, the first thing you'll notice is that your neighbors are highly educated. A full 60% of the adults here hold at least a bachelor's degree, and a quarter of all residents have a postgraduate degree. That really points to a community filled with high-level professionals. And as you'd totally expect from the home prices, the residents are very affluent. A remarkable 64% of households, that's almost 2 out of every 3, earn over $100,000 a year, with the biggest group by far earning over $150,000. And this is a community of owners. Almost 9 out of every 10 residents own their home. This tells you it's a stable, invested community, not a place where people are just passing through. When people buy here, they tend to put down roots. So we've looked at the quiet atmosphere, the high price, the car-centric lifestyle, and the affluent community. It's time to bring it all together. Let's answer the big question. Is Isleworth the right place for you? You know, It really boils down to this one central trade-off. On one side of the scale, you have the promise: unmatched quiet, privacy, and security in a big, beautiful home. On the other side, you have the price. And I don't just mean the millions of dollars, I mean the lifestyle price. You're completely reliant on your car, and there are no schools or shops right around the corner. It's a very conscious decision to trade everyday convenience for ultimate peace. And that leads us to the final question, the one that really matters. Is that ultimate tranquility worth the price of convenience? There's no right or wrong answer here. For some people, this is a perfect sanctuary. For others, it's a logistical nightmare. The only thing that matters is figuring out which one it is for you.